All right, guys, I am back on the Corvette and I'm going to basically just start taking everything apart now, getting everything ready for paint. I already have the rear bumper and the quarter panels back off of this car. So now I am taking the doors apart so I can get them off and do some work on them. I showed you guys earlier how this car was hit in the quarter panel and into the door area. That's why we replaced the rocker down here. But what they did a bad job. If you can see, this gasket around the door handle is painted silver. They didn't take anything off. Up here where the belt molding is, there's silver paint on this. Around the mirror, there's flaking clear coat because they didn't take the mirror off to actually scuff it good. And these moldings on the door and the fender are gonna not be put back on. The problem is they left this on and they painted around it. They just taped it up and painted around it, and you can see how bad of a job they did. The clear coat's flaking off around this also. So the next thing I gotta do is take the door apart so I can fix all those issues. The other door on the other side is fine, but I'm still gonna take, that door apart, get the handle and the mirror off. The fender, this is the original fender. It looks pretty good. There's, a little chip up here. So basically the next thing I got to do is just strip everything down, and then I'll pretty much start being able to paint it. The rocker on this side of the car does have some damage underneath. I'm not going to crawl under there right now, but it does have some cracks, so I am going to fix up this rocker. But like this door is all good. If you can see, right, see how this gasket's actually a black gasket because this door hasn't been painted. So basically, that's all I'm gonna do. Get this thing ready, do the body work, and pretty much after that, it's gonna just be ready for paint, and that's gonna be the next step. So pretty much by the end of today, this car is gonna look very much stripped down into a bare shell, and just start doing some work. So I will keep you updated when I get some more things done. One more thing I have to do, if you guys remember when I replaced the inner fender right here, I took the battery and the fuse box back out. Well, obviously without the battery, you can't roll the windows down and get those unbolted. Of course, you could jump it with a jump pack, but this car is gonna need to drive pretty soon anyway. So first I'm gonna go ahead and put the battery, the fuse box back in, make sure all the electrical connections work. What's up, guys? I am back on the Corvette. I have the front end all together. We ditched the Corvette Creationz fiberglass wide body kit front fenders. I have a nice used one on here. This one went on and lined up perfect as soon as I, bolted it up. So obviously those Corvette Creationz fenders were junk. I have the front end, the bumper, the headlight covers all lined up. I wanted to make sure that I had good fender lines. If you remember, I did the inner fender on this side, so wanted to make sure everything lined up, got good hood to bumper lines. This is an aftermarket headlight cover over here. Doesn't really fit as perfect as I'd like, but it's gonna probably be good enough. This fender obviously looks good because this is the original fender and hood on the car. But all of this is looking pretty good. It's ready to come apart now to get sanded down and painted, but this is the type of stuff you guys got to do if you want to make sure that everything is going to be good. So right now I'm in the process of doing some body work. This driver's door, if you remember, I had to put a rocker on this side because it was in a previous accident and someone did some really hack job work to it. Just glued the rocker and the door back together. So right here underneath the molding, they never took the molding off and they painted, they taped it up and painted around it, which you can see that's two different colors. They also just put the body filler right up onto the molding, which bridged the line. So I have to take this door, sand it down. I already hit it up a little bit right here where there was some scratches and stuff, but I'm gonna take this door, sand it up. The inside of the door was also cracked, which they had just put body filler on that looked horrible. So what I did is I bought this SEM rigid plastic repair material made for SMC. This is really good stuff. So what I did was I used this on the door. And then also over here, this rocker had all cracks and it was all broken, you know, from being 24 years old. So what I did was I, you know, fix all the cracks, all the holes. There was a nice hole in here, which you can see now this is really strong. So this is really good stuff. If you have body work to do, you can sand this. I'm now going to take regular body filler, go over the rocker, go over the door. But I'm going to take the time to do all the body work now, and then pretty soon it's gonna be time to start painting this stuff. Get this car colored blue. I also have taken out the moldings for the windshield, took out the molding for the rear one, which you can never buy. They're all discontinued now. They crack in the corners, so I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that at some point. But basically right now is just get everything ready, get everything taken apart, get everything sanded down, and get it prepped for paint, which painting is going to be a long process, obviously a big process, but we will get there eventually. So I'll keep you updated, show you guys some more stuff once I get it done, and we will go from there.